Hey guys, so today I am bringing you this peachy pink spring makeup tutorial. I really love the way that this turned out, and this is an all drugstore makeup tutorial. So yeah, I would hope you guys enjoy this video. Please subscribe before you leave, and let's just get started. So I'm going to start with priming my eyes with my Profusion Pigment Base eyeshadow primer, as always. So I'm going to start off by using the Milani Most Loved Matte eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to take the shade Not So Vanilla, and I'm going to set the inner corner to brow bone area like always. And then I'm going to take this Real Techniques Essential Crease Brush, and I'm going to use the shade Busta Mauve, which is actually a really nice, it is actually kind of peachy. Like it comes off like a peachy pink in the crease, not so much a mauve, but it works. So I'm going to just blend that in my crease with my Real Techniques Essential Crease Brush, like I said, and just super simple, just running it through the crease. When I think of spring, I think of these kind of soft pink and like yellow kind of colors, like bright and springy, but like still super soft and easy to do. I have a whole bunch of playlists that I did last year of basically the same look but with different colors each time. And for spring, like I did a yellow one, and then I did a pink, like a super pale pink shade, and I also did blue, like a light blue shade. So I'll link those all in the IO if you guys want to check that out. But then I'm gonna go into this Wet n Wild palette, which is where I have my pink shade, my like lid pink shade, and this is the Wet n Wild 10 Pan Shadow Palette in Heart and Soul. But first, before I do that, I'm going to take this color up here. It's basically the same color, but it's a tad bit darker and more peachy. So I'm going to add that on top and kind of mix them together in the crease to create the perfect peachy pink. So you probably don't need the Milani palette, but I like to use it to add extra, just have the extra colors. And one of the reasons I like to use this Milani palette is I'm gonna add a teeny tiny bit of darkness, just because I love to do that. I'm gonna use my Morphe M562 brush, and I'm gonna mix together Smell the Roses and No Plum Intended, these two pinky shades, and I'm going to do mostly Smell the Roses and a little bit of No Plum Intended, and I'm just going to take that on the outer corner and crease of my eye just to add a little extra something to the look. And I really like the way that it looks just a little bit deeper. right there. Like, see, that's cute. You don't have to do it though. And if you don't have the Milani palette or can't get it, that's fine. You can just use the Wet n Wild palette in Heart and Soul. Okay, so once I have the crease down, I'm just gonna use this pinky shade right here. And I'm gonna take that on my Morphe M421 brush. I'm gonna take a lot of that shadow and I'm going to spray the brush with my Milani Make It Last spray, because this color kind of really does need the spray to get it nice and pigmented. But it's okay because it's a cheaper end palette and I understand it not being crazy pigmented, but it's also just not a crazy pigmented color either. But this just really helps. I will also take that same color with my finger and pack it on the lid. And I actually think I am going to take a tiny bit of this more orangey color because I feel like it's a little too pinky and not enough peachiness. So I'm just going to add that in the crease, just the tiniest little bit mixed in with the pinkies, and it makes it perfect. Okay, so I feel like this eyeshadow look needs a little extra something. So I'm going to use this J-Cat Beauty You Glow Girl Baked Highlighter in the shade Bella Rose. And I'm going to take a tiny bit of that on my finger and just kind of pat it on top of, just a tiny little bit on top of the lid color. And it's just going to add a little extra pop and shimmer to it to make it really nice and bright, so you can see that. And then later on I will use that on the inner corners of my eyes as well. So now I'm gonna move on to my face makeup, and I'm gonna do like a really pretty glowy makeup look today. So like face, like I'm gonna do like a super glowy springy makeup look today. So I'm gonna use my Milani Supercharged Dewy Primer. This is my absolute favorite primer ever. It's so hydrating and it smells like oranges and it gives a beautiful dewy finish, but it's not just giving you a dewy glow and that's it. Like, it's actually hydrating the skin so well on top of it. So it's the most amazing primer ever. And I'm just gonna use this all over my face. And on top of that, just to smooth out my pores and smooth out the skin a little bit more, I'm gonna go over top with my e.l.f. Luminous Putty. But since it's nice and luminous, it's not gonna take away any of the finish from the Milani one. But I just like to smooth out the skin, so I always do like a primer combo with both a like putty smoothing primer and a hydrating primer. And I love that glowy finish on the skin with these two together. And then for foundation today, I'm going to use the Essence Pretty Natural Hydrating Foundation. I think this came out like a year ago or something like that, and it is amazing. It gives the most beautiful, like, natural finish on the skin. It's not too dewy and it's not matte. It's just literally a natural foundation. Like, it looks like your skin when it's on. It doesn't look like you put a bunch of foundation on, but I have to use a good amount of this to get good coverage. So for concealer today, I'm gonna use the NYX Bear With Me concealer serum, and I'm gonna use this all over my acne spots first. and then also in the T-zone area, like on my nose. And then I'm also going to use it on my under eyes, blend it out on the under eyes. So then I'm gonna set my face with my Maybelline Fit Me Loose finishing powder. Then for bronzer, I'm going to use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. It literally smells so good. It smells like, it just reminds me of summer. It smells so good. And for blush, I'm going to use the Milani Luminoso blush, which gives a beautiful glowy finish to the cheeks because it's got little shimmers in it. And it kind of gives that highlighted effect without highlighter. And for highlighter, I'm going to use my e.l.f. contour palette. I'm going to use this little highlight right here. And it's like a really natural, beautiful glow from within kind of highlight. It's not very dramatic or over the top. It's just it's pretty subtle, but I love it for this look because it looks like you're naturally glowing. So then I'm going to fill in my brows with my e.l.f. Bite Size Brow Palette. Take the powder in here and just fill in my brows with that, just to give them a little bit of color. So then I'm going to set my face with my Milani Make It Last setting spray, just the original one. And yeah, I'm just gonna melt all the powders into the skin with this spray. I'm gonna use that same highlight in my inner corner. e.l.f. No Budge eyeshadow stick, the Cookies and Dreams one, in the shade Sweet Cream as an eyeliner on the waterline. Then I'm going to curl my lashes with my e.l.f. eyelash curler and apply my e.l.f. Lash and Roll mascara. And for lips, I'm going to use the NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in the shade Canes, and I'm going to line my lips with that. And then I'm going to go over top of that with the Milani, I think this is the Color Statement lipstick. Yeah, Color Statement lipstick in the shade 26 Nude Cream. And it's a really pretty color. Like peachy pink color, perfect for this look, and it matches literally perfectly. So this is the finished peachy pink makeup look slash tutorial. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.